A relationship without trust is almost like a car without an engine, which means regardless of how long you choose to stay in that relationship, it won't go anywhere. Simply because there is no way that two people are going to be in a relationship without them trusting each other. And before I start this video, there is one key component that you need to pay attention to as I proceed within the steps on this video. This key component is communication. If you do not know how to communicate with each other, it's going to be very difficult for you to build the trust in a relationship. In order for you to build trust in a relationship, you need to have an open-minded line of communication between each other. On that note, let's talk about 3 ways to build trust in your relationship. 3 ways to build trust in your relationship. The first way is to do as you say. If you are going to say something before you promise anything, make sure that you are able to keep your promise. Do not give any commitments. Do not try to build any expectations if you are not going to be able to respect those expectations. What I mean by that is that you cannot lie. Anytime we're talking about building trust, you have to be truthful to yourself. You have to be truthful to the person that you're dating. In order for you to build that trust, do not promise anything that you cannot deliver, especially if you are dating somebody who already got trust issues, because it's going to be even more difficult for you to make them understand that you're trying to build trust, because if they cannot trust you from the things that you are saying right now, there is no way they're going to even trust you to be in a relationship with you, despite how much you're going to try in the future. Just like we already know, it could take you years to build trust, but you could lose that trust within seconds. Within the path of you building trust, you have to respect your words. And sometimes I know it might be a little bit difficult for you to deliver exactly what you wanted to deliver at the time you wanted to deliver those things. And that's why I said it's important to always communicate with each other. Despite how you feel, you have to let the person know exactly what's going on, because within this entire path, the one thing that you're trying to build is consistency with your truth. That's basically the first and easiest way for you to build trust in your relationship. Because whenever we talk about trust, for the most part, is to do what you promise to do. The second way that's going to help you build trust in your relationship is to be vulnerable to each other. And I know a lot of people are not comfortable when it comes to being vulnerable to somebody else, but that somebody else is not just anybody. This is somebody you're trying to build a future with, somebody that you're trying to build a family with. The one thing that you could do to help build that level of trust is to be vulnerable with each other. Why am I talking about vulnerability? The first thing that comes with vulnerability is complete emotional openness. You cannot build trust if you are not emotionally vulnerable to your partner. This is me giving you the deal exactly how it's supposed to be. In order for you to get to know each other, to be comfortable with each other, to become each other's safe space, for you to get that level of trust, you have to be vulnerable with each other. And by vulnerable, I mean anything that goes from taking accountability for your actions, being able to tell the person exactly how you feel, letting the person know things that have happened in your past, help the person not only study and understand your reactions and become a part of you as you opening yourself to that person, as this person is doing the exact same thing in a relationship. You won't know any actual connection. You won't know any actual trust level until you decide to be vulnerable with each other. And now that you're listening to this, you're going to understand why a lot of relationships are not even able to move forward, because they've never been vulnerable to each other to the point where they realize that they didn't have to hide anything from each other anymore. If you really want to build that trust, if you really want to give this person that comfort, if you really want this person to trust you and to build something that's unbreakable, you need to be vulnerable to each other. And by vulnerability, it doesn't only have to be emotionally. You could be financially vulnerable to the person. You could be sexually vulnerable to the person. You could be mentally vulnerable to the person. It's all about opening yourself, opening your mind. Make the person understand, yo, I'm an open book when it comes to you. I need you to come and read me, and I want to do the same for you. As I know you the way that I'm supposed to know you, nobody will be able to tell me anything about you, because I know you left and right. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you knowing the person's favorite color or favorite food. I'm talking about deep stuff, emotionally connected, mentally connected stuff that only you as their partner is gonna know for a lifetime. Something that they've probably never were able or willing to tell anybody, but since they decided to be open with you because they want to build that trust, they decided to deliver those things. And no, it's easier said than done, but once you do it, that's gonna give you a level of trust that this person probably never had with anyone. And that definitely speaks volume. And as vulnerable you're going to become to each other, it's going to be easy for the person to trust you, because they're not going to just know what you pretend to be. They're going to know the real you for who you really are. And the third way to build trust in your relationship is to provide that level of security. Level of security could be mental. Level of security can also be emotional. Level of security could be financial. There are multiple steps when it comes to that level of security. By level of security, I mean this person knows that you'll sacrifice anything when it comes to the relationship, anything when it comes to them, because this is how safe they are to be around you. And if the person feels safe, if the person feels secure to be around you, trust comes automatically. If the person know that you are a good provider, if the person know that you are a good protector, if the person know that you are a good listener, if the person feel comfortable to always come to you when they have something going on in their lives outside of the relationship, if the person know they have that level of security, whenever they were to say something to you, this will never leave the house because the words are safe with you. Trust me, trust will come automatically because you're gonna make the person feel comfortable with literally anything. And I know it's not easy. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work for you to actually build that trust. But if you do love the person, it's also going to come as if it was nothing because you're going to want to provide those things to that person. You're going to want the person to trust you. You're going to want the person to be around you and feel comfortable around you. You're going to want the person to open up to you. You want to be this person's protector. You want to be this person provider. You want to be this person listener. You want to be around this person and make the person feel comfortable. And that's why providing the person with a secure, safe zone, they will feel comfortable to trust you without even thinking about it twice. So just so we're clear, the first way to build trust in your relationship is to do as you say. Just that simple. Don't lie, do exactly as you say. The second way to build trust in your relationship is to become vulnerable to each other because it's going to give you a real attachment emotionally and a lot of things going to be as easy as they come. The third way to build trust in your relationship is to provide each other with a high level of security, knowing that you're always going to be safe, knowing that this person will always got your back, knowing this person will sacrifice anything when it comes to you in the relationship. Therefore, it's going to be easy for the two of you to be together and to trust each other. On that note, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If I've missed something in the process, feel free to let me know in the comments below. For those of you already part of the community, guys, we really appreciate everything that you do to support the channel. And if you are new around, on this channel, we give relationship advice. If this is something that you're into, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because we've got a lot to talk about. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.